here?
No. Hey, we were hoping she would be with you.
She didn't call?
No, not so far, Luke. Did you try her at her mother's?
Well, yeah, that's where I just came from. They haven't heard from her either. Of course, their phone's been busy all night. Where is Robert?
He just left a few minutes ago. He was going to your boat to see if Laura's shown up.
This is bizarre.
Hey, look, I tell you what, Laura is probably sitting over there right now with Robert, and she doesn't even know that anybody's been looking for her.
I hope so. Tiffany, remind me to never let Robert call you a dipstick again. Well, why don't you all go home, get some sleep? I'll have Laura call you in the morning.
Night. Night.
Is she here?
No. I was hoping she's with you.
Did you look everywhere?
I've been through the whole place. I even checked the cargo hold. The only thing I can tell you for certain is that Laura is not on this boat.
Oh. She's got to be somewhere. Robert, she's got to be somewhere!
Okay, look. She's been here and left again. There'll be a note somewhere.
Yeah, well, that's what I figured. This is where she usually leaves the note. Nothing.
There's got to be some logical explanation for this.
Robert, that's what I keep telling myself, but something isn't right.
Hey, look, I can understand why you feel that way, but let's stick to the facts, huh?
Yeah, well,
I mean, let's not let our imagination get the better of us.
I'm trying to do that. But she's been back in Port Charles for hours. I think she has. I feel like she has. Where is she?
Well, if she's not on board, my first guess would be at Kelly's.
Yeah. Phones are out. I'm going back to Kelly's.
You want some company?
No, no. Why don't you get some rest, man? I'll be back one way or the other.
Hey, look, man, if she turns up here, I'll tell you on the way back.
Fine.
What's wrong?
Nothing. No, damn it. Something's very wrong, Robert. I don't know what it is. She's not on the boat. Have you heard anything?
No, not a word from Laura, but Rick just called and I haven't heard anything either. What do you mean she wasn't on the boat?
Rose, she's not on the boat. Robert and I looked everywhere. We searched the whole place. She's not there.
Okay. There's no sense in you staying here. You go back to the boat, wait for her there. If I hear anything, if she comes by, anything at all, I'll call you.
No, you can't. Our phones are dead.
Then I'll take a cab. I'll get to your place. I'll let you know as soon as I know anything.
Thanks, Rose. Thanks. I'm gonna go back to the Titan.
Sleep I haven't had in years. Great night for it.
I'm happy for you, Robert.
You obviously don't agree. Don't tell me you've been up all night.
Well, how can I sleep?
You don't normally have trouble in that department.
No, not when I know where my wife is.
Well, she's back, isn't she, Laura?
No, I've been sitting here waiting for her to come through the door, but...
Hey, look, I had no idea. I thought you'd found her. Came back, the boat was quiet. I assumed you were both sound asleep in your stateroom. Any ideas?
I don't even know where else to look for her. I've been out all night kind of wandering around the waterfront.
Let me get some coffee. We'll sort this out.
I thought I saw her.
Where?
Well, on the dock.
But hang on, you just said that...
Well, it was so foggy that you couldn't see anything. And what happened is that I heard it first.
Heard what?
Someone yelling for help.
Who?
I don't know. I thought it was Laura. It wasn't. I don't know where she is, Robert. Where's my wife?
Okay, let's do this by the numbers now. What did you do when you left here last night?
I went looking for Laura. And, well, I went to Rose's because I thought maybe somebody there would have heard from her. Nobody heard from her.
Then what?
I told Rose it was pointless for her to stay up all night, so I started back here.
What about this girl that you talked about?
I told you, I heard someone yelling for help. There was so much fog, and it was so thick last night that I couldn't see very well, but I thought it was Laura. So I went in that direction, and it wasn't.
Did you get any kind of a look at her?
Oh, yeah, I almost ran up and grabbed her.
What'd she say?
Nothing. She just turned from me, and she ran away.
Would you go after her?
Robert, I couldn't. She disappeared. It was the fog.
I wonder who it was.
It wasn't Laura.
The phone's still out?
Yeah.
Look, it's quite possible that she got in touch with Keller's or maybe even her parents in view of the fact that our phones are still out.
No. Rose would have come and told me. I know she would have. Nobody has heard from her.
Listen, now, when you went to the airport, I mean, what did they tell you? Did they say that she was definitely on that flight?
Well, they told me that she definitely had a reservation on it.
We can do better than that.
Where are we going?
The airport.
I already went to the airport. They won't give me any information except she had a reservation.
Yeah, but just because she had a reservation doesn't mean to say that she used it.
I know. She may not have been on the flight.
Right, I mean, she may not even got back to Port Charles last night. Come on, let's check.
I need some information. My wife is missing. She was supposed to be on one of your flights. I want you to help me. Just tell me, was she on that flight or not?
I already told you she had a reservation.
All right, well, let me see the passenger list.
I'm afraid I can't do that. That's against company policy.
Please, let me see the passenger list.
Excuse me, Miss Luke. The gentleman has said he wants to see the passenger manifest. Now, if you value your position with this airline, I suggest that you comply with his request.
Well, I'm afraid I can't.
This is official government business, all right? Now, look, you can cooperate. Or I can call Mr. Simmons of Airport Security and tell him he has a rather uncooperative employee who's obstructing justice.
Well,
Come on, we haven't got much time.
okay, here. If it's that urgent, just take a look at it.
Yes, Smith, Spencer. Mrs. L. Spencer. That's it. She was on the plane.
Okay, that's just what we wanted to know. Look, I shall be sure to inform your superiors and tell them exactly what a great help you've been.
No, the flight manifest, it cannot leave here.
I didn't see anybody take it. Did you? Let's go.
Where are we going?
Okay, look, I will call Tiffany and Delphine, and maybe they've heard something.
Okay, I'll go with you.
Let's split up. You get back to General, talk to Rick and Leslie. They may have heard from her.
Okay.
Listen, one more thing. Check out the hospitals. She may have had an accident on the way back to the boat.